The name's Movieman. Mark, the Movieman. Actually, I'm risking domestic tranquility right now because my wife said that I could not post the review until she saw the film. She hasn't seen the film yet. I'm posting it anyway. Shh. Welcome back, my friends, to Final Cut, the show that never ends. Glad you could attend today. We're talking about the highly anticipated, long-awaited James Bond film, Skyfall. Yes, with Daniel Craig returning as Bond, James Bond, along with Judi Dench returning as M. This time around, our villain is played by Javier Bardem, Mr. Silva, who's a person from M's past who's bringing the fight to MI6, literally to their headquarters. He saw it in the trailer. Kaboom, all right? It's not subtle in any way. And we see how this guy in the history of M, her past, tests not only the future of MI6, but her relationship with James Bond as well, who's having a little trouble getting older. This is a great film, okay? There's a lot more to it. Check out the summary below. We'll dive right into this. I loved this film a lot more than Quantum of Solace. This is a more proper sequel to Casino Royale than Quantum Solace ever was, okay? You could take that out, just go right from Casino Royale to this film, Skyfall. Now, a lot of things that were really great about this is that it had the feel and the pacing of an older Bond films, okay? Not the newer Bonds. Now, it was kind of a mixture of both, really. Whereas the Casino Royale and especially Quantum of Solace really departed a bit from that formula that we grew to love in the James Bond films. This one is starting to come back to that formula. Not completely, but it really did feel like a more classic Bond film, and I'm glad we did, and it was appropriate for their 50-year anniversary film. Now, what was also appropriate is the references to past Bond films in this. It never seemed forced or really just contrived or we're just putting in there just because. It did seem natural and not out of place when they say brought back a car from the original Bonds and other references of that nature. So I really liked that part. I also like the fact that James Bond is showing a little more humanity in this. Some people may not like that. I kind of enjoyed that because this has been such a long-running franchise. It's nice to see Bond actually having age catch up to him and his suave ways, if you will. And his just his lifestyle. So I really liked that angle of it where they gave Bond a little more humanity, okay? Enjoyed that quite a bit. Loved also the backstory, some of the backstory they give you on James Bond. You get to learn a little more just when you thought you've heard it all for Mr. Bond. You get a little more depth to his character. Judi Dench was great as M. You can tell she really enjoys this role, and she makes the most of it. And then there's Javier Bardem as Mr. Silva, the bad guy. This guy could make a career out of playing bad guys. I loved him in No Country for Old Men. Loved him in this Bond character that had the feel of a classic Bond villain, you know? I mean, a little bit quirky, a little bit different, but as intelligent, if not more so, than our Bond character. Kind of the Moriarty to their Sherlock. He is like that to our Bond character. So I liked seeing that, okay? That it did have a basic action formula to it, and it wasn't the normal Bond formula, but it still had a more truer feeling to the original Bond films than the previous two Daniel Craig films. Check out the song from Adele in this. It felt really old school, for your eyes only, Goldfinger type feel. It had that classic Bond feel to it, more than we've gotten in the recent Bond films, and I loved that as well. Set it up very well. Now, outside of the film being a bit predictable, okay, and it still having the formula more of a regular, action film that we've seen recently, like the Mission Impossible films or the other action films we've seen, even though it had more of a formula for that, it's still, you could see them bringing in more classic elements and feel from the original James Bond films into this one, and I'm very excited to see where it's going. Still didn't take away from the whole thing. It was 4.5 stubs for me on this one. Thoroughly enjoyed Skyfall, didn't feel like I wasted my money and all, and it was just a blast seeing Bond start to get back to his old self and to see the franchise looking like it's getting new life into it. And that'll about do it for us here at the Final Cut. Till next time, keep the